Hello guys, and welcome to episode 53 of my Total War Warhammer 2 playthrough, playing as Lokhir Fellheart, going for world domination. Previously, we started to take a beating from Reichland. They took back Karabberg. We're currently under siege by a Empire rebellion at Altdorf, and I'm sure it's not going to end there. They have started to send a lot of their armies from the north south, which is going to provide us a little bit of a challenge. But it's not going to stop us taking Fildorf. Let's start by doing this with Serre. Just jump on in. Should be quite a quick battle. There's not actually that many troops here. Just have to play it out because of the balance of power. We're not going to take too long. You can probably just line up our forces and get this underway pretty quickly. I think Serre has some pretty good magic as well, so we can use that to our advantage. Although I do want to give her a dragon at some point. We need to level her up. Alright, let's line these guys up. Make sure these ones are ready to hit the gate. And then we'll have the flyers zoom over the top to drop down the breath attacks. And I may as well just have these off to one side shooting the gate initially to speed things up a little bit. Okay, off we go. So doing well there to hit the gate early. Definitely saves us a ton of time. Not a fan of these handgunners firing away though. Into the war hydra there. I'm going to breath attack those guys. Hopefully I've done that at the right angle. Feel like it's going to hit the tower a bit. Yep, it did. Yeah, that kind of whiffed pretty hard, didn't it? Let's get the Manticore in there. Well, I'm going to get a breath attack onto these halberds, I think, since we're already engaging the handgunners. Great. The gate should be open pretty shortly. We could probably stop them firing now. I definitely need to make sure that Serre is coming forwards herself. Currently being hit by the tower. Want to avoid that best we can. Ah yes, the Sisters of Singing Doom, climbing and making these guys go crazy. I imagine you had that screaming in your face. They stab you with dual daggers. Pretty horrific, I would say. Drop another breath attack on these boys. Oh, or we can whiff it completely. That works too. Right, is there a good place I can put down some magic? Maybe on the corner. I do also have the rubric of Dark Dimensions. And drop that on top of the great swords there. That was perfect. Right, let's have these all attack the halberds on this side. And meanwhile, I should probably just have the Black Ark Corsairs with handbows try and line up on the walls. See if we can get a shot off. Okay, never mind. So they're just going to have a bit of a melee there. It was really cool actually how Gerd is kind of like charged towards the Medusa. Okay, now he's running. For some reason I can't target him. Okay, there we go. Just shoot him. If it will let me. I just want to see her fire once. Awesome. One of my favourite attack animations in this game, for sure. They should have like a mini version of that, where it's like a bunch of snakes or something that can all do it. Or maybe if you had like a Tomb King, like one of the Tomb King constructs, being able to do that. Like the Aerotitan or something like that.
Take what?
Instead of doing like the lasers, fires like those bolts out of his eyes. That'd be pretty cool. We do have a free slot here, so let's just pop in a recruitment because we've got a couple of recruitment buildings. I'm going to just grab a unit of Shades and throw them in there, even though she's technically Kraken Claw, which means we should get more Black Ark Corsairs. It's only really worth recruiting those though if we can get them at a high unit rank, otherwise they're not that good.
What is your dark purpose?
Alright, let's sort out the buildings. We don't need that one. We will fix up the arena, of course. We can fix up the guild halls, and we'll get the walls building. Fantastic. Over to Lokhir. Lokhir is going to have to continue around to Helmgart. Our reason being is we're wanting to meet up with Ganache. And Ganache may as well head back towards Grunberg. I'm not sure where the Empire army went though. But yeah, we'll come over to Nuln, and from there we can maybe attack Grunberg. Upgrade that while we're there. Alright, Lyrishan and this fella, Maliner, can take on Alhig now. So that's what we're going to do next. We'll grab the Piercing Bolts of Burning for the siege. And then we go. So we'll just continue the siege there. And then we'll make sure he marches to catch up. And then in we go.
Pull back.
Don't think that counted.
I tame the untamable.
Because we did it too soon. There we go. Alright. So the reason I'm bringing in extra reinforcements is just because if these Shades don't do too well against all of these men-at-arms with shields, then the like Hippogriff Knights and the Pegasus Knights will actually do a reasonable amount of damage to us.
I will destroy them.
So this is more just making sure that I win.
May their death be slow.
Might not need them though. It'll be nice to see, what, 10 Calibris probably? I think it's 10 in total, charging through the gate. It's a shame it's not one of those ones with the gates in the center, really, really close to the spawn. Well, close to the capture point. Because that would have just turned into an absolute massacre with the amount of beasts we have. I've got my Manticore here. We can use these to initially shoot the gate as usual. We're just going to spread out the Shades. And we'll have them run up. Okay, the towers are actually firing at my beasts, which is good. But they might start firing at the Shades soon. Ooh, those Shades are going to take a lot of damage from all of the Peasant Bowmen. Oh, I'd love to get a nice attack down here onto all of these. It's nearly there. It's just going to be a little bit off. It'll do some damage, but not as much as I wanted it to. It would have been fantastic if we could have made that work. Well, up we go anyway. I don't have a lot of artillery, so the Shades, once they get on the walls, should be able to do quite a severe amount of damage. But let's just put all of these into Group 1. Got my dragons here that need to come over, that needs to go in Group 1. All of Group 1 just needs to smack that gate. Stop that from firing. And all of the new Shades here. I guess we could just have them climb up on the right hand side. Really nice place for breath attack right now. But I might just put the burning head through these so if they do spread out, it doesn't miss as much. Oh, blimey, that just ruined them. I'm going to do a breath attack onto these men-at-arms with pole arms. There we go. Right, let's kill this damsel with Heaven's magic. And up here, we should probably start getting to the edge of the walls. Let's start shooting down on them. Same deal here.
Dark elves. Orders understood. By your command. Orders understood.
There we go. Using the walls for our own advantage now. Fantastic. Right, let's just kill this paladin in here. And I'll get my manticore probably to attack the paladin as well. Oh yeah, with the gate open, we should probably make sure that these have continued orders to get in here. Ah yes, the Royal Hippogriff Knights, they're going to be annoying. Let's just make sure we target them with all of the shades. I do have beast magic. We could buff these, but I think I'm just going to use Wand of Jet for her to get us some Winds of Magic. We should start doing a lot of damage to the Royal Hippogriff Knights here. Oh, it's like a big pile up of Calibdis coming through the gate. Wow. Just wow. The Beastmaster arrived with his Calibdis in tow.
The merciless host. We understand. It is done. Shades. Dealers in.
Well, let's just keep firing down onto all of these units. Eventually we'll cause army losses. My poor Manticore. Might be worth just buffing it to make sure it doesn't die. It's crazy how loud that is, with all of the beasts munching away. The feasting frenzy, it's like a bunch of piranha. Enemy lord is dead. No real surprise there.
battle calls.
We are getting some shots over onto these Royal Hippogriff Knights, that's good. The range on some of these shades is going to be like crazy long, isn't it? Yeah. Let's just breath attack these to death. If we can. Yeah, they won't be coming back anytime soon. Well, they certainly leave behind a mess, don't they? Those few lucky Bretonnians managing to get out of there. Trying to get out the gate, running straight into the Sisters of Slaughter, and whipped those Calibdis into shape in the first place. Let's just speed things up. The shades will just finish the job, really. Great. So, that seemed a bit overkill. 226 kills with one of those great swords. Wow. Shades of great swords there doing fantastically. And some of that magic, like the Burning Head, I think could have hit a little bit better, but it kind of veered off to the left, unfortunately. Yeah, all of the units getting kills. Well, I guess it gets spread out at the end of the battle anyway, doesn't it?
High Beastmaster.
Right, that's going to be province secured. Fantastic. And we killed a bunch of people. Let's just fix up Al-Haik. We need to demolish that. I don't think I need the Shades building here. And we'll make sure to build walls. What's the special building here? Brine. Okay. Well, we'll get the Shrine of Cain upgraded. Start building the walls at Pharos.
Lord of the wild things.
Right, with Malinur, I think we're just going to head off towards Zandri.
Supreme sorceress of
And Narishan might be worth heading up towards Alberic with her in the next turn. And with Admiral Singal, definitely want Draft Master. Let's go over to Yastra here. The Yastra, time for her to push on toward Sudenberg. If I can stand somewhere and not take attrition, then I should. Oh, there is a full army here. It's not too bad. The Black Tower of Aachen. Just need to figure out what I'm going to put into this slot. Probably going to be the Dread Mounts for now. And then we'll move Elir towards the Plain of Tuskers, maybe. We could just head straight towards Bagar as well. Or we could go up toward the Pyramid of Nagash. But I'm not sure if that's a good idea just yet.
What is your dark purpose?
I might just try and move as far as I can in this territory so we can maintain the replenishment. Let's do that. I'm just going to grab a couple of Dread Spears to top her off. Gotta be careful doing that though, because I underestimated the strength, or overestimated, sorry, the strength of one of my armies previously because I had Dread Spears in place. But yeah, Taniska here, she needs a few more units. So it's probably worth getting rid of these Black Ark Corsairs.
Your desire?
And we'll grab Shades of Great Weapons. And that should top things off, more or less. Unless I want a couple beasts as well. It might be worth throwing a couple more Calibris in here. Yeah, that will make her a lot stronger. Unassigned skill point here for Hoha. That's Malinur's Sorceress. I think I might give her a Dark Pegasus actually, although Wild Heart's pretty nice for the increased power reserves and improved power recharge rate when casting. Pretty good. Just to keep the winds up. Alright, let's continue through our armies first. Amarith, of course. I'm just going to zoom up towards Caron. We have Alana here, who's in range to attack Myrmidons. And it looks like we probably just beat the Pirates of Sartosa there, so that's good. Let's fight this on the battle map. This can't be the last settlement of the Border Princes, surely. If it is, then fair enough, but you'd think there'd be an army here if it was. Unless the Pirates of Sartosa have destroyed that army already. Anyway, have my Shades run up.
Cold-blooded killers.
Keep these off to the side. These two can hit the gate. My Sorceress is on a Hell Steed, which is nice. I guess I may as well put her in the group with the Shades. Or I could have her go and hit the gate, actually. Let's do that.
Shades! The merciless host! Corsairs!
Sorting these out. Lovely. So let's do it.
Corsairs, going! It is done!
Okay, we'll have Alana go hit the gate.
Dark elves! Murder awaits!
And then
Lord,
the Black Ark Corsairs can follow her through afterwards. Oh wow, they're actually targeting my Doomfire Warlocks. It's pretty mean.
Sorceress of Growth. Destruction awaits.
I'm just gonna throw down the burning head.
Aha. On to murder.
That hit perfectly. Yeah, very nice. Plenty of damage done there.
At once.
Shades! Dread knights! Slash! Kill! Cold-blooded killers!
Gonna have these Black Ark Corsairs with handbows climb, they may as well.
Sorceress of Grond. Star rises. Now.
I could have her actually attack some of these handgunners, but I'm not gonna bother.
Come, Melee.
We might fly over these units though. I can drop the Web of Shadows
Seeking victims.
onto all of these units.
Oriol, Sarios. Blood shall flow.
Let's just dive into these.
Ready.
Well, they're saying that I should probably just take off and then drop the hissing bolts of burning on top of this group. And not if they spread out though.
We are ready! We are ready! We understand! Orders understood! Nagarothi! Shades! Understood!
I'm just gonna have these start to line up. That way we can shoot down into the Empire Knights.
Dark shards!
We must be almost near through the gate, yeah.
Dread knights!
Almost there. It looks like they're trying to burn through it, which is pretty cool. Right, and in we go.
Kane! Battle ready!
Slaughter.
Drew Kane!
We can drop the Soul Stealer now.
Dark elves!
And then we'll drop this onto the halberds.
Falls! The merciless host!
Drugi tyrants. Carnage. Sorceress.
Fantastic. Right, it may be worth putting a burning head through here.
Oriol, Oriol, Oriol.
It should hit pretty hard, yeah. Wow, I just demolished those guys.
Moving
It
forward.
was perfect. Didn't hit our own troops at all. That might cause army losses, to be honest.
Swiftly. Oriol, Sarius. Saruman.
Taruki! Following orders!
And make sure the shades fully spread out.
Wipe them out.
Wow, that did a lot of damage to the mortar crew, didn't it? There we go. Job's a good one. Absolute turkey shoot.
Our enemy bleeds!
For 305 kills for our sorceress in the end. That's why it's important to have one in the army. If Alana had more beasts, she'd be actually awesome right now. Generally her army is pretty weak though. That's Myrmidon's under our control. And yeah. We can see another Border Prince's settlement, so there it is. Alright, let's just fix this up. Make sure we get the walls going. I probably don't need this, do I? And speaking of shades with dual weapons, or sorry, shades with great swords, we could in fact swap some out. I might just swap out all of these Black Ark Corsairs for shades of great swords, so we don't get rid of the shades with high unit ranks just yet. Right, she is a couple ranks off getting a Black Dragon, which will be awesome. But we can start buffing her now. I might make her sadistic actually. Let's do that. Okay, time for Tehek and Marathi to take Lysini. It looks like they've gone to attack Sartosa. Interesting. Alright, well that's going to allow us to take this quite easily. I'm not sure I even need to bring Marathi into this battle. I think I'm just going to play the battle out with Tehek. And then what we'll do is bring up Marathi next to the settlement in case they try and turn back and take it. Okay. Let's fight this on the battle map. I didn't actually realise it would be an open field battle. This isn't that good for us at all. If it was a settlement battle, this would actually be easier because of the walls kind of restricting the way they play. Although saying that, I guess we do have quite a nice hill to play with. Can I like move them to the left? No. Doesn't work like that, unfortunately. Right, we're more or less sorted.
Awaits. Forward. Moving out. Suffering for all.
Let's move them forwards like so.
Ready. My blade hungers.
Lovely. I don't think they have any like ranged forces per se. They should, in theory, come towards us. Probably just need to get my bolt thrower back in range. Yeah, all of these range forces are going to end up doing quite a lot of damage. No idea how they spotted the shades that early, but they did. Right, let's give these charge orders across the front.
Onwards to murder! On to slaughter! Advancing bloody murder!
Alright, meanwhile, we need my dragons to go melt some crossbows. I could actually melt them with the burning head. Let's do this. That will push the burning head through the spearmen with shields here as well. Hopefully. Okay, well, didn't quite do what I expected it to. That's okay.
The merciless host to destruction. Blood will flow.
Dark sorceress.
I don't have the piercing bolts of burning, unfortunately.
Shades.
That kind of sucks.
Corsairs.
Alright, I may as well have these hydras be getting involved. My cannibalists probably aren't doing too great against the halberds. I do need to make sure that I take care of the crossbowmen first, and then we can turn our shades onto
Eager for battle. Bolt throwers.
the halberds afterwards.
Supreme sorceress. Searching.
I really need to find a place to put some magic. I'll probably do it here by the Blackout Corsairs with handbows.
I summon thee.
Right, that should help out quite a bit.
Seeking entertainments. Forward, Druki.
I guess one thing we got going for us is that when the cannibalists get low on health, they do run away, which is a good thing.
Dark elves. Onward. Battle ready. Advance, Druki.
Because obviously we don't want them to die, so... yeah, that's all well and good. Let's just go and land in some of these crossbows.
Merciless warriors.
This was a bit messy, but I think we've done it. I should have paid attention to the fact there wasn't walls.
By Cain. By Drakira.
Urith.
Druki.
I'm gonna go kill their leader with my sorceress. She does have these abilities that she can use, so she can become pretty strong. She does have reasonable amount of weapon damage. Though saying that, I think the general's actually starting to smack her about a bit, so probably best to back off. I thought she'd be fine, but obviously not.
Onward.
Especially since he was already that low.
Shades.
Beyond compare.
Let's get the War Hydra to come over.
Limitless power. Supreme sorceress. Forward. Moving on.
Okay,
Ever
well,
onward.
the Hydra took a chunk out of him.
With haste. Guided by a thought.
And another one. Okay, cool. I guess the one thing that Hydras have going for them in this kind of fight is they have the regen.
Them.
So that's certainly helping right now. But that's going to be army losses. The job's done. Okay. Yeah, a bit of a Pyrrhic victory. But we didn't lose any units entirely, so I'm happy. Again, if this was a walled battle, that would have been a lot easier. Because we would have basically had our beasts all concentrated together. I could have maybe tried to force that, but it would have meant that their ranged forces would have probably done more damage.
Take what little they have.
Okay, let's loot and occupy Licini. Thank you very much. Right, that's going to give us Telia under our control, so we'll just put in the demand highborn hostages. That's killed a lot of dudes.
Supreme sorceress of Grond.
Tehek can now level up. We'll go for Kindle Flame.
Mother of the
And Marathi can just camp by Licini for this turn.
To command. The mother.
I might leave her in channeling stance as well, so we can get the extra Winds of Magic Power reserve if they get attacked. Cool. Let's go over to Shielder Grimgaze. Right, she's going to be heading towards the Pools of Despair now. There is a couple of armies here though.
Dark power.
I feel like if they attacked us with both armies, we might be okay.
This will achieve nothing.
But probably best not to risk it. I might leave myself enough room to retreat if needs be. Or we could just like march back to the settlement.
Be ready.
I might do that.
Spreading terror.
Just so we have a little bit of extra forces should we need it. Okay, over to Morgan.
Sorceress of Grond.
Tyrant of Nagaroth.
We're going to move Admiral Pokodaka over. And then we're going to move Morgan as far as she can.
Moving on.
We'll start putting troops into her army. So, I guess we'll probably need the great swords. Here's the great swords, of course. I mean, we could, at some point, build like a Cold One Knight army. Or Cold One Dread Knight army. Yeah, I think we're going to grab at least 5 units of these Shades of Great Swords. And put a couple Calibdis in the queue as well. I'll keep the Dark Riders with crossbows, or with repeater crossbows. We won't need any of these. I'll probably keep the Harganeth Executioners, although, saying that, just because we can re-recruit these like way faster at really high unit ranks, we should probably just get rid of most of this stuff. Is there anything that we can't recruit? So we definitely can't recruit the Dark Riders, and we can't recruit the Scourge Runner Chariots. I want to keep the Doomfire Warlocks. Probably don't need the Doomfire Warlocks if I've got the Dark Riders. Although they do come with those nice abilities, but we're going to boot all of these as well while we're at it. Rebuild that from scratch. Azulgorm can catch up in the meantime. Again, we're probably going to have to replace all of his troops. They are all high unit ranks.
And violence.
Right, Murdredessa. I have no idea where this army's gone. I guess it's over here where they're raiding.
Moving.
Yeah, we're gonna chase them down. And for this turn, probably just gonna add another unit of shades to this army. Just to max it out. We are a unit short. Okay, hero not moved. So much like raised stuff here. I hope this isn't Skaven. I don't think it is, because this shows treasure normally, and it doesn't show treasure if there's Skaven there. Actually, I don't know, maybe it could be. Where's the Crooked Moon over there? Unless the Crooked Moons start there. I mean, normally the Crooked Moons start at Karak-Azgaraz, but that might be just in the normal campaign. Back in Warhammer 1, they might have changed it since, I don't know. Yeah, for this Western Border Princes we need to put the commandment in, that's fine. Kalkin. Yeah, we're going to go over to the Sylvanian lands and see what's there. There's no armies on their way on this side. Coast of Araby, we can get the Command Highborn hostages going there as well. And we can upgrade Maku Peaks, nice. This would be another good place for slaves at some point. Also, speaking of which, we should probably make sure to turn off slaves. We have taken a few new provinces. Did we turn on the southern jungles of Paho Al-Aqsa? No, we were doing the northern Great Jungle first, weren't we? The southern jungles of Paho Al-Aqsa. is... Where is that? Is that here? Nope. Oh, this is at Pahoax, okay. I guess we could make this into slave pens. Sure, why not? And will give us another one to start throwing slaves into. Right, he's finally upgraded. Let's fix up these buildings. I don't think I need the kilns, but it's okay for now. The only thing that I'd replace it with is probably the black roads. It's not really a big deal. Build an upgrade at Montfort. We can throw in the upgrade to the walls. I guess we'll just put black roads in there as well. I'm soon going to be able to recruit the new sorceresses, actually, aren't we? Yeah. So, I think one of these armies needs a new sorceress, Elnishon. So let's use Admiral Singal to recruit a new sorceress. Let's see what traits we've got here. Perceptive, intelligent, malicious, knowledgeable's decent. The extra wins a magic power reserve faction wide. I do like some good old fire magic or some shadow magic. Let's take a knowledgeable one. Really not a big fan of dark magic, but we'll give it a go. It can be quite good for debuffing enemies. And Soul Stealer can be pretty strong as well, actually. Alright, are these all still recruiting? I think we're using most of the recruitment slots. Yes, we are. That's everything done. Let's move on to the next turn. Maybe worth actually double checking on Nagaron's relations with us. Because if we let it deteriorate too much, I might not be able to get the Confederation, and that would make this campaign way, way longer. So yeah, I'm going to have to make sure that we check that. Let's just skip through the turns.
The Kraken Lord cometh.
And we'll slow it down for Reichland, who will likely take way more land. Are they going to attack the fort? Interesting. Okay, well, I'll play this out. But unfortunately, guys, it has been my time, so I'm going to leave it here. In the next episode, we'll make sure to play out this defense and see how we do. It might be difficult because of the artillery, but we'll see. That's it. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.